Hey, what is up everybody, Blades for here, and today I for you guys another video, Persona 5X. Inside today's video guys, we're going to be going over how to prepare for the girl Sumi herself, or Kasumi herself, especially when it does come down to her character coming out. Now a lot of us are very excited for this character. She's going to be insane. She currently, at least recently, dropped on CN, let's say yesterday night or today, this morning. And boy oh boy, after seeing a lot of gameplay of her and actually sitting there in theory crafting, she's going to be crazy worth it. But as many of you guys want to know, how will you prepare for her? And that's what I'm here to actually do. If you guys are interested in this, be sure to sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Hit that like button and hit that little bell as well. Helps us get into the algorithm for YouTube, so then we can start pushing out more videos like these to actually get the channel more or at least well known. But anyways, let's go ahead and get to it. So Kasumi is currently not inside of at least the game for me currently, seeing that I'm on TW and I only have a KR account as well, but she comes out for at least TW and KR next week. So with this in mind, we have at least a week worth of preparation. So if you guys have not done so, I'm gonna be telling you exactly how to prepare for this character immediately. So first things first that we're gonna go over before we break down at least the character's actual mats and stuff like that is the set effect or the cards here. Now, the cards that we've been recently looking at, as well as what she should be utilizing, is currently just the blessed set. She doesn't really utilize anything else. It's been pretty simple, pretty straightforward. The main reasoning for this set is because not only is it helping out her blessed side, but this character is needing a lot of crits here, right? So if she's already getting increased damage just off of having the blessed set from being 2 set effect, the 4 set effect helps us out a little bit more. Because not only does it help us out on our blessed skills, but it increases the blessed skills crit effect by 12% as long as our HP is not less than 50%. Now with the teams that she should be running, you shouldn't really have her lower than HP, at least lower than this 50% anyways. Heck, and most times you shouldn't have her lower than 50% at all, or any of your characters like that at all. So you're always going to have this 12% crit rate there. So as long as you have that there, it'll be perfectly easy to actually get the best that you want for this set effect and be able to get this up. Now for the actual materials that it takes to get up the cards, that I don't actually have on me, but you will want to get this set as fast as possible, seeing that she's going to be kind of diverse, as well as a really hard single target build, really, because you're going to need a lot of crit rate, you're going to need a lot of attack percent, you're going to need a lot of crit damage. It's going to be an interesting time if you are actually using this character, and she's going to be built like your normal oldest attacker, but boy oh boy, did she hit hard. So now that we went over at least the actual card set, let's go ahead and go over the things that you really do need when it comes down to at least getting this character from level 1 all the way to 80. Now if you guys are going ahead and doing this all the way here, it's going to be a lot of things that you're going to have to pay attention to, because she does require a decent bit of mats. By this I mean, boy oh boy, you need, as just like everyone else, a decent bit of mats to really get them from level 1 to 80. Just off the top of my head here, you immediately are going to need yourself around 17 of these guys, or 16 of these guys, then at least purple. So here you want to at least have 34, and then the gold's having 36. So if we immediately take this into account here, let's just do some small mathing immediately here. If I'm doing the level 80 dungeon, which a lot of us who have been playing for a while have been doing here, and you get 2 to 3 of these actual blue guys at the beginning for 30 stamina. Well, if we do this around at least, I want to say 14 times here, or at least maybe 12, I feel like is way more than enough. You know what, let's just put it down to 19 or something like that. I think that should be a good amount, or 9, sorry, not 19. That's 18 of these bottles, right? So 9 runs of this is 18 of these bottles. If we actually go ahead and multiply the 30 times 9, that's already 270 stamina. So you would need pretty much max stamina cap and maybe an extra run, and you will have exactly what you need for at least these bottles. That's just going to get you immediately to the 18 marker, which is pretty darn decent. If we go ahead and use the bottom of the barrel type 3 times 9, you're already at 27 at least purple bottles, and that's just if you get the bottom dollar of everything. That's in, I want to say, 270 stamina. So if we go ahead and actually get this up one more time, let's say we do 3 times 12 even here. This gives us 36 of these actual stamina bottles that we do have 2 extra of here, giving us a whopping amount of 36 purple stamina bottles. And since we did 12 and we did this as well for our blue ones, The blue ones here, if we do 12 runs of this, we get 36 of the blue bottle. So once again, already looking good. So 12 times, of course, 3, we get 36. If we do 12 times 2, we get 24. So we'll have 24 blue bottles and 34 of these purple bottles. So since we did 12 runs, times that by 30, of course, that's 360 stamina. So instead of 20, at least 240, you would do an extra 120 at least stamina, and that'll give you both enough for the blue bottles and then a little bit overboard for the purple bottles. Now this is where it gets expensive, is since we do need 36 of these gold bottles, let's say you just don't get any gold bottles, right? The likelihood of that happening is absolutely ridiculous, but you don't get any of these guys. You're only getting blues and purple. So you did 36 run for 30 stamina apiece. You're gonna need yourself 1,080 stamina in total, which is pretty much, if we take the 20 or at least 240 that we get every day, that's about 5 days worth of stamina cap. So you really do need at least this time to really start grinding this here. So 5 days worth of the stamina cap is around 1,200 stamina, and since it is at least 36 runs, if we take at least the bottom dollar for our blue guys here, which is 2, you can get yourself 72 blue bottles. And if we take the bottom dollar of our purple bottles, you can get yourself 108 of those bottles. So this gets you kind of up. It's for around like 1,400 or 1,200 stamina, which is 5 days worth of stamina to really get this character up to 80. All in all, now that you know this, you're able to prepare for this and really get this ready. So when she drops, you can have her 80 immediately. But now if we talked about that, let's go ahead and look at the books, because you will need some books actually really at least ready for her release. Now in total, you do need yourself 345 of the top books here, which can be a little bit of a problem. Now, why I mean this is a problem is because each time you run this, it's 20 stamina. So if we get 7 books, right, 7 books per 20 stamina, it's going to take us a decent while. So we do 20 times at least, well, not 20 times that. Let's just do 7 times, I don't know, maybe 50. Yeah, 7 times 50. That immediately gives us at least 350 of those books, right? That is all we really need to get a character to 80. Now, since we did 50 of these, or at least we need 50 runs, we would then do the at least 20 stamina times 50 runs. You need yourself 1,000 stamina, which is the equivalent to, if we go ahead and divide that by 240, 4 days worth of stamina. It's kind of ridiculous, but the more you know, more the merrier. And of course, if you have some stamina pots on you, you'll be able to get this ready. But 4 days worth of stamina, which is pretty darn a decent bit. And then of course, 50 runs for this, you'll have more than enough books to actually get her from level 1 all the way to level 80. Let's go ahead and move on to the next thing here. Next thing is going to be the talent materials. Now the talent materials here is going to vary. Usually you can go ahead and do without some of these guys, but of course some of these you do want to go ahead and get them done. Now the bottom dollar for this is actually ridiculous. Okay, so we're not going to go about just calculating all of that because that would be absolutely insane. So instead, let's just tell you the current amount that you need for each of these levels. For at least the small ones here, you want to go ahead and have 36 of them. For the purple ones, you want to have 52, and then for at least the large ones, you want to have 100. This allows you to get all of your actual status, or at least all your stats, to at least level 10 for the actual character themselves. And then you of course will need a couple of the flowers to really get up the character, as well as their rightful amount of their boss needed. So every boss, you're gonna get these certain amount of things here. So you would need 16 of either one of these boss mats, whatever she takes. Most likely she's going to be taking this one here. You need 16 of those, and then of course the prior little add-ups that I ended up doing beforehand. And then of course you're going to need around 8 of the golden flowers here. Now those golden flowers are only obtained through different weeklies, different little guild boss things and stuff like that. So you will need 8 of them. I'm currently sitting on 8, so I do have enough for her. So these are probably not all going to go to her, because I do want to make sure I get Akechi up as well to make sure we're able to get level 10s for him. So I may try to split these up a little bit. We're going to figure that out, but you need 8 of these guys. All in all, if you did want to know the amount of soul stones it will cost you, it's actually just up under 1 million here, by at least 200k. So if you needed at least the currency and you need to grind this currency, the amount of currency that you gotta have for her is going to be 824 and 500. So pretty much just think of about like 830k. That's it. I currently am sitting on 2.4 million, and if you need 830k, if we go ahead and actually I guess you can try to add this up here. If we get 20k per run, which we're gonna actually count this one up because this one isn't that bad, at least in that terms. 20k per run, we would need around, I want to say 40 runs. Yes, 40 runs to get us 800k. So 40 runs, which is 20 stamina a piece. You need yourself 800 stamina to really have this character almost prepared for level 100, or at least for level 80, all the way from level 1 to 80. So you will need a decent bit of stamina. So hopefully a lot of you guys have been saving those stamina bottles if you have not having any materials really ready. Now, I didn't go over anything regarding the weapons. Weapons is a whole different viewpoint because boy, oh boy, is it a lot for those as well. But if you guys did want to go ahead and know exactly what the weapons will cost, don't worry, I got you guys on that one as well. So go ahead and take a look at the weaponry here. Now, weaponry does cost a little bit more, or at least weaponry is a little bit of a hassle, and I don't really like doing it because this is one of the few that is also just kind of annoying, just like the actual regular premium webs, or at least just like the regular stuff. This one's just as annoying. So to take at least a weapon all the way to level 80, you will need a decent bit of stuff. But let's go ahead and just take a look at one of our weapons here, which are already 80. You do get a decent boost from them, so it's always worth it. But if you want to get a weapon all the way from level 1 to 80, you're going to need a few things. So for when it comes down to at least the material wise, you want to make sure that you have yourself at least, I want to say 17 of these guys, because you do need to go ahead and actually get them evolved. So you need 17 in total of the bottom ones. You need yourself 34 of the medium ones here, and you need yourself 36 of the highest ones. These are obtained throughout at least the actual little dungeon for this as well. So once again, 17, 34, and 36. Pretty simple, though it does take a lot of stamina. So hopefully you guys have some things actually prepared ahead of time so that you can prepare for like card sets and things of that nature. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to smash that like button and hit that subscribe button as well if you are new. If you guys want all these daily type videos when it comes down to P5X, I'm your guy, and we're going to continue going from there. Until next time, everybody, peace out.